What keeps you up all night? For some, it may be stress. For some, it may be depression. But for me, it is Asus ROG Zephyrus 16 Duo 2023. This keeps me up all night. It's about 1:30 a.m. in the morning, and I'm facing a lot of issues with this computer still. I just got this laptop a couple of days ago, and as a user, not a reviewer, I'm not reviewing this laptop. I'm begging Asus to provide a proper software support for all the issues faced uh, from this laptop, right? I got this laptop in Thailand as a replacement for Scar 18. My intention was not to get this laptop at all. So the laptop I'm talking about is Asus ROG Zephyrus 16 Duo 2023 model. No one has the money to buy such an expensive product to use on a daily basis. I initially got Scar 18 for my content creation. I do travel vlogs and I put out a lot of interesting videos. Check out the channel. And to have a much faster workflow, I got the latest, greatest, and the best spec laptop till date in 2023 from Asus, that is Scar 18. It had a very big display, it had i9 processor, and it had a 4090 RTX Nvidia graphic card, which is an amazing spec. And I saved up money to get that laptop, and I did get that laptop under a month. I was facing a lot of issues. The main culprit that is causing all that issue is something that I will show in this video. I was not able to capture those things over there when the issue was happening for that laptop, but today the same thing is happening to this new laptop, which is just under 2 days. Number one, BIOS update. I will show you here. So this is the root cause of all the issues. Asus BIOS update. If it is clear in the video, I'm not sure. Let me change some values here. Yeah. So you can see here on the background, you can see Asus BIOS update is happening. It is just saying that Easy Flash utility will allow you to update the latest version of BIOS. Do not shut down or remove the external power from your computer during the process. I am plugged in into the power source, and that's why it is allowing me to even update the BIOS. As you can see here, it's been plugged in, and so it shows me the warning that BIOS upgrade is processing. Do not turn off your PC. And it did not give me any option, either yes or no. The process may take some time. And the question it asked me was just yes or no. That's it. It's just mentioning, giving me a statement saying that this is BIOS update is happening, and then yes or no. There is no question at all. Here you can see yes or no. What kind of crap is this? Asus. I think this is a very high-end product. This is 160,000, almost 160,000 Thai baht product, and this is a very poor implementation of BIOS software. And this exactly is the reason why I had to return my Scar 18 laptop as well. Because once this BIOS update happens, everything changes. The computer stops working. So many things bad is going to happen. So today, on this date, the date today is 17th of May, actually 18th of May, early morning, 1 a.m. in Thailand. I'm recording this video to show that this BIOS update happens now. And right from here, I will be facing a lot of issues. This is Asus Ease Flash 3 Utility version 3.0. I did give no in the previous prompt because I was not sure. But this time, just before I set up my camera to film this because there is no screen recording options over here. Just before I set up the camera, it automatically updates the BIOS. I don't have to click yes. For this update to happen, it automatically updates the BIOS. And I don't think we can go back, revert this update, which is such a hindrance because if anything bad happens, we cannot return back to its previous version on this BIOS. It's such a crappy situation. And now I think I'll need to back up every single thing that I have moved to this hard drive, because if I don't back up, then I will be in such a mess, like it happened to me on the other laptop, Scar 18. Right after this BIOS update, I will have to reinstall Windows maybe several times. I don't know. I plan to use this laptop for a longer time, but if Asus software keeps messing around with me, I don't think it's a good idea for me at all. All right, so the Windows has restarted, and it says the first thing it says is couldn't turn on the camera. Something already like this happened earlier. That's why I had to reinstall a lot of drivers, because what happened earlier was all the drivers were messed up. So I can see that at least the Bluetooth driver is working fine right now. So I'm going to enter the pin. All right, so it's logging in. Meanwhile, I'll set up my other camera. Okay, so let's see what are the things here. I want to show the screen recording from here. If Windows allows me to. But before that, I want to check a couple of things. I know that this Windows version is not the latest. I did not turn on the second screen for a good reason. I don't want to right now because it is still such a hassle just using the second screen and the first screen altogether. So this is the button, switch to turn on the second screen. I'm turning on the second screen, as you can see here. It takes some time to load the second screen. It's not as smooth as the reviewers show. So once the second screen is loaded, I can move the mouse seamlessly. But here's the issue, right? So let's say that I'm going to go inside the settings, or I want to check the device manager. And before that, since I am working on these two, I want to scale the screens to 150% as recommended so that the characters appear a bit bigger. Just for this video purpose, I'm going to change this to, move it a bit closer. All right. So let's see. The scaling is done. I'm going to go into Device Manager. So this is, I think this is a third day that I'm using this laptop, and you can see in the Device Manager, the camera driver is not available. I don't know why the camera driver is not available. That's for Asus to answer, but here I don't see it, right? Why I don't see it, I have no clue. Just it went missing. So earlier there was another issue. Bluetooth driver was missing. Because of that, I was not able to use the Bluetooth keyboard and mouse. Now the camera driver is missing, which is not a good sign here. So I tried installing the drivers again and again. it just asked me to restart the computer. I restarted the computer. It went to the BIOS update, which I did not expect it to happen, but it happened. After the BIOS update, I should be expecting all the updates. Since that didn't happen either, I want to check if there is any Windows update here at this point. Let's see. So this is Windows Update. Check for updates. I've been checking, right? Here the time is a one continuous video. And here you can see that the time is 1:11 a.m. in Thailand. And today is 18th May, right? Earlier I got the date wrong, so it's actually 18th May. And you can see it will show when it got last updated, and it will show it is up to date. So this is today 1:11 a.m. on 18th May. It is still up to date. This makes me wonder why, right? I'll show you here below. It's just like a couple of days since I got this laptop and I'm facing so many issues. All these reviewers who are praising this laptop, amazing technology, dual screens, you can do so much, and this is the most productive laptop. Everybody, they don't use the product, right? They don't actually use the product. The benchmark and all these things are, I don't know where it comes to play, right? So I'm going to change the battery now. It's at 5%. I will come back to the screen again. So here we are going to pick up from where we left off earlier. Here I'm recording the video using another camera. I'm not able to screen record because of some other issues, so I can't show you my screen. So what the main issue that I'm facing right now is the drivers just go missing. Right. Windows Hello doesn't work because the camera driver just goes off, and the Bluetooth earlier was just like gone, and I have to restart my computer, install the application, etc. multiple times, install the driver multiple times, and then restart multiple times for this Bluetooth to come up here. But luckily we did, luckily I did have some way of figuring out the Bluetooth drivers, but for camera driver, it's not there. The hardware is there, and whenever I'm trying to use the camera driver, so let's say for example, I will zoom in a bit. So yeah, let me show you here. If I'm going into this specific, so if I'm going into, I'm sorry, it's hiding. If I'm going into this other devices, right? So if I click on the other devices, I hope it's not too dark. So if I go to other devices, I click on this app server. No, that is functioning fine. Let's check this out. Let's check. There is one more area where I can actually install another drivers. Print, we don't worry about that right now. Yeah, software drivers, not this either. Storage controllers, system devices. Not interested right now. So the main concern is basically the firmware, system firmware is up to date. And yeah, HID is fine, keyboard, mice, yeah, all these are fine. So let's say that I'm going to update this driver, right? So it asks me whether to pick or automatically search. I'm just going to give something like this, and then let me pick from available drivers. So here, if I come here, I am able to see the camera drivers, right? The hardwares, show all devices, hardware is available. I give next, and it says something, driver is digitally signed. So it's called USB video interface. I'm not using a USB video interface, by the way, but still, yeah. So let's go to next. So it says, installing this device driver is not recommended because Windows cannot verify it's compatible with your hard drive. If the driver is not compatible, your hardware will not work correctly, your computer might be unstable or stop working completely. Do you want to continue? I'm giving yes. Fine. Windows encountered a problem installing this driver for your device, USB video, blah blah blah, and then close. Right? So, yeah, now the camera comes up. This is crazy, right? So here I can see, I'm not sure if you're able to see. Yeah, now I can see this is actually the camera driver. And once this is there, you see the camera icon over here. And this is the camera driver, and there is this update driver. I don't know if we have installed the proper driver, so I'm going to check search automatically for drivers. Windows was unable to install USB blah 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 drivers. And so let's do one thing, scan for hardware changes. There's nothing changed. I'm going to update drivers. I'm going to browse my computer for drivers. I'm going into the default file path. So it's the same driver that's shown here again. I'm going to give next. Again, it shows me the same error. I'm going to close it. Since it's already installed, let me open up the app and try picking camera. So yeah, so we can't find this camera. Done. So this is what I've been suffering with, right? This is not improving anything at all. This is horrendous. This is a new laptop, and these are the issues that I'm facing day in and day out. Constantly. Why don't reviewers talk about these issues, right? Are they actually using this laptop really? Real life? No, they're not. This is the thing that I'm facing after purchasing such an expensive laptop. Okay, now I have no choice. I have to disable this driver. So I'm going to uninstall. So it says disable device. Yeah, disabling. Yes, of course. I know. I'm going to enable the device. Let me see if it's going to pick up the correct driver. Of course, it's not going to. So I'm going to uninstall this device. So USB device. Yeah. Now this is gone, right? So what I'm thinking here is a couple of things. Something is removing the drivers, right? Something is uninstalling the drivers. I don't know what it is. It could be that there is something called defragmentation that's happening once in a while. It might be that since these things are not happening properly, it is, I mean, these drivers are not constantly being used. It considers this as an unwanted program or something. And that could be a reason why this is happening. So I'm going to go to uh, tools. There is a way we can schedule it. I think I just want to unschedule it. So here is the defragmentation option. So there is a scheduled optimization on. I'm going to change settings. Rather than running it daily, I'm going to change it for weekly. Let's do monthly, actually. By default, it used to be weekly. I'm going to keep it as weekly. And then increase task priority if 3 consecutive scheduled runs. Okay. So I'm just going to click on OK, just changing these to default. Let me see if anything is scheduled for D drive. Yes, it is. All right. So usually it doesn't come scheduled by default, but here in this case, it is coming up scheduled by default. This is just my assumption. This is not the right solution here. Now that is done, I'm just going to close this. I want the camera software to work. But unfortunately, right? So let's say Asus. We should be able to download the drivers from Asus website. So I'm going into Asus website. I will log in into my account. So the way you can do this, you can go to ROG under ROG, you can find the product that you want the drivers to be installed for. Here for me it's a laptop, and which laptop it is? It's Zephyrus M16 2023. Surprisingly, it's not there. So let me do it this way. Ryzen 9 7000 series. Okay, so these are the two popular models according to them. Popular doesn't mean it's good, it's just popular. I'm going to choose this one, view my products. Yeah, this is the model that we are currently working on. And I'm just going to look into the drivers. So to do that, you can go to support. I don't know if you're able to see the entire thing. So let me turn it a bit. Yeah, so it will take you to this page, right? So here we have driver tools. So in driver tools, we should be able to find which software it is. Sorry, which laptop it is. It is GX650PY. And from here, I'm going to choose which OS it is. And surprise, surprise, I don't see the driver for camera. There is no driver for camera. I've went through this list of drivers multiple times, and I cannot find the driver for the camera. This is insane. Everything that can go bad on the Windows laptop is going bad in this laptop at a very early stage. I can't believe it. And I can't believe it, and I don't know who to express this to because I am not able to get in touch with Asus Thailand. Every time I send an email to Asus Thailand for service, the person who is the third-party agent, only they are getting back to me, which is frustrating in my opinion. Somebody please help me. Yeah, you can see here, right? You can see it says this is the price of this product, and what is being delivered is not up to the mark. Right? Why? Yeah, please. I mean, deliver the correct product. And I hate the reviewers who are reviewing these expensive products, right? They are saying that this is an amazing dual screen laptop. Yeah, there are two screens, fine. It's got an amazing Ryzen processor. Fine, awesome, great. It's got the best Nvidia graphic card. Awesome, yes. And I have literally these softwares installed over here. See Lightroom, Catalyst Browse, DaVinci Resolve, and Photoshop, Kaspersky Antivirus, Malwarebytes for protection, Surfshark. Yeah, that's it. And Google Chrome, that's pretty much it. And just for installing these softwares, I have to face so many issues, and I'm not able to work continuously on any of my projects because of lack of consistency. The system randomly shuts down. No warning, nothing. It randomly shuts down. And I don't know what to say. This is insane. System doesn't work. The laptop doesn't work. This was the case for Scar 18 as well. This was given to me as a replacement product by Asus because the Scar 18 was not working. And surprise, as if this is working for me. Yeah, I don't know what to do from here. So these things are happening to all ROG laptops or all ROG laptops, I guess, because they have this ROG BIOS and that update is messing up heavily on the laptop. It's ruining the motherboards. And I don't recommend you updating the BIOS. And today it did not give me any option not to. And the update has happened, and I'm really worried that it's going to mess up this laptop again. I don't want to go through the process of changing the laptop, which is going to take at least 3 weeks if you ask for any support. So this laptop comes under the on-site warranty, I do have 3 years of on-site warranty. Yeah, that's something to brag about. But on-site warranty people are not actually Asus people. They're actually outsourced to another third-party company, and that third-party company will come and service your laptop at your house. The problem is the most of the issue that are faced by these models are motherboard issue, and they clearly know that. It might take up to 1 or 2 days for each and every conversation to complete, and Asus will take a longer time to complete their decision making, right? So overall, um, all those issues will be compiled in a separate video, but for this video, it's going to be uh, how this laptop is going to be ruined and what ruins it, all right? So this is part one again. Why? Because the issue has just happened, all right? It's just 2 days since I got this laptop. Issue has just happened. Uh, See what's happening here and understand that these expensive products that are being heavily promoted by the YouTubers as one of the best laptops, these YouTubers are not using it in their everyday life. I have installed very minimal softwares here. They are heavy softwares, but three softwares, four softwares, maximum that much, just to get my productivity done. But even for them, these kind of laptops are not handling the loads. Laptops, I think, have a very long way to go compared to desktops. I don't know what to think now.